Hi there, it's me hanging out. Trying to work. But I thought I'd talk about long haul COVID. One of the things affected are my voice. My vocal cord has never been the same. Well, getting worse for months now. And I have other symptoms. My hair texture has changed. And I get dreads a lot. I'm trying to keep it brushed and combed out. But another part of me is my achy arms and limbs. I've lost quite a bit of weight, actually. But I'm trying really hard to do my yoga and keep my core strength up. But let's start with my legs and things. I have these sores, kind of like chicken pox, and they're dots that run along my body. And I think they're kind of like shingles. And they start out like a chicken pox, and then it blisters up, and then it breaks, and then it scabs horribly. And this is one of my oldest scabs, and they started around my ankles. Also, the majority, I'm a lingo chick, so us hippies don't shave. But oddly enough, almost all the hair on my legs has fallen off. Same for my arms. Like, so far I've got to keep my hair, which is nice. I'm a little stressed out, so I bite my nails a lot. I keep having horrible nightmares. But these sores, and I've got them all over, and but they almost run sometimes parallel or symmetrical. So it's like you get one here, and then you get one here, and some of them are just a few inches away. It's almost like I'm a algebra or a geometry equation. But hair's falling off my legs and my arms, and I used to be kind of hairy, and then under my arms too I have a little bit of hair left, and I'm trying not to gross out my friends, but I don't shave. I haven't for years because I believe it caused breast cancer. Just like I don't use antiperspirant, I only use natural style deodorants. But the long haul COVID has affected many parts of my body. And I'd like to hear back from some of you guys. What's bothering you? What's not bothering you? If you think you have long haul. And long haul doesn't mean that we can infect other people. But I still wear my mask everywhere I go in public because I don't want the other variants, which I think we're all going to get no matter what, vaccinations or not. I do believe that my antibodies, which again, insurance doesn't want to pay for because I have state health insurance, tests would show that I've got strong antibodies, but our bodies had to do something to overcome this infection. And I think one of our sacrifices is to go through the long haul. But hey, it beats being hospitalized, it beats death, it beats being on a breathing apparatus. And I've been using, I was having terrible swelling and edema also. I have wild mullein that I harvested on the rim, and I mixed it with some other herbs, and I have a tea that I drink, and I make my own tinctures, so I have my own echinacea, and I'm in the process of making a mullein tincture. And mullein is one of my main ingredients in my COVID-19 anti-COVID-19 tea that I try to drink at least once a week. And I went out a wild herb gathering way back a year ago in 2020 in March, when Xavier and I were self-quarantining or self-isolating on the mountaintop in Arizona. And it was spring, so we're very lucky where we got out there and collected a lot of wild herbs. And then I went to the local health food store and ordered the other herbs that we couldn't get, or I haven't been able to harvest more of. But I will give that recipe at a different time. But I'd like to talk to anyone else or start a group of friends, and we can talk about our symptoms, because I think it makes us feel better. I've also been having wretchedly horrible nightmares, and a lot of kicking and crying and screaming in my sleep. And it's making my husband crazy, and me a little bit crazy too. Well, worried he's gonna be committed. I'm also having balance issues, and I already have balance issues because I have a neurological disorder, a movement disorder that we think is MS. And that's been exasperated by the COVID. I also have days of utter exhaustion where I can't pick up a pencil, or I fall asleep at the drop of a hat. So, and my vision is getting much worse. Of course, the challenge is living in places like Arizona, and now back in Texas, is just taking care of my regular medical issues, like my cancer, my tumors and things, and getting to see the doctors. So it's all quite demoralizing, and insurance seems to be pretty much useless at times, or the wait for approval, which I think is wrong during a pandemic, whether you have public health, Medicaid, Medicare access, whatever, that our insurance companies and in some way our governments let us down. But let's hope now that Biden's president that I can get my some of my issues dealt with, because the Justice Department is suing different states like Texas for their lack of care. Bye.